You are a remarkably spiritually sophisticated being. How do I know this? Because you're in my community. And knowing you and knowing who's in our community, you've studied universal law, you've studied the law of attraction, you've done vision boards, you work with affirmations, you see, you visualize, you do all of those things that the law of attraction, universal law teachers, including myself, excuse me, show you how to do. Yet, I suspect that there's a part of you that may be frustrated, that you may wonder, why is it not working all the time? That you're doing it and you see it sometimes. Sometimes it works beautifully. And then other times, it's like you're not saying anything at all. You're not doing anything at all. And it's at those times. And what's really fascinating is that it will be, those will be the things that are like super important to you. Those will be the things that when you're really working with your visualization, you're working with your affirmations, that those are the things that you really want. And can it feel like sometimes that those things that you really want seem like they're a million miles away from you? If you can relate to any of this, put some thumbs up in the comment section. Put some thumbs up in the comment section if you can hear me, because I'm using a new piece of equipment here. And if you can relate to this, if you know this stuff works, you've seen it work in your life, but yet there are times when you can't figure out the disconnect. Put some comments in the comment section. There we go. Thank you, Patrice. If in fact this has been your experience, I know this was my experience until I discovered what I'm going to share with you today. So, by the way, my name is Felicia Cersei, your Dream Life Activator. It is my joy to be your partner in believing. I am thrilled to have you on this live. And on this live, I want to share with you the one most powerful, potent secret that will supercharge your spiritual practice when it comes to working with universal law. It will absolutely supercharge the use of your vision board and the use of your affirmation. And this is one that so many people miss. And stick around, because I have an invite that I'm really thrilled and excited to share with you before we finish up our time together today. So you are working with universal law. You study people like Abraham, and you apply this stuff, and you've got your affirmations written out. You've got them up on your computer screen. You got them on your phone. You set timers, and they come up on your phone. You look at your vision board on the way out. You might even might even be that your vision board is your screensaver on your phone. You do all the right things. And you can see the times when it works. But notice that thing that you really want. That's the thing that just seems to elude you, no matter how hard you work these universal law principles. I don't know about you, but for years I studied this stuff. And there would be times when I could see it, times that it would happen. But then there would be other times that no matter how hard I worked, it just wasn't happening for me. And then here's the other piece that goes along with the secret of, not like the secret, but the thing I'm going to share with you about how to really supercharge this is that even when it did work, it's like I didn't feel better. I didn't necessarily change just because I manifested the car or the job, or I remember when I manifested my first teaching job in regular education. I taught special ed for years as a speech therapist, and I really wanted to step into a regular classroom. Went and got all my certification, my K-12 certification, and I was ready to go to teach. And for whatever the reason, it was just I was not getting calls back to go interview. And so I began to work with this stuff. I began to visualize and affirm and get super clear about what was it exactly that I wanted. Went in for an interview, actually had an interview in front of a panel. And I was just, I had my visualization, I had my vision board, and I landed the job. And I was very happy that I landed the job. But I tell you what didn't change was that part of me that still wondered if I could do it, that self-sabotaging voice, the doubt when I walked into my classroom, the need to keep proving myself. Nothing happened with that part. And so even though I had the job, I still wasn't showing up in a way that allowed me to truly relish and savor and delight in that job. I loved that job. And there was still a part of me that I kept at bay in that job. And this is one of the things that I notice, especially when I have the opportunity to work with people for a longer period of time, is that even having this information, even knowing how to do it, it doesn't necessarily radically change the quality of your life. You may get the stuff, you may manifest whatever it is that you desire, but your the quality of your life has not uh, changed all that much. You're still bringing you into it, and so there's kind of a twofold thing here. First of all, sometimes those affirmations work, and sometimes they don't. That there's a consistency, that you don't have the consistency with it. And this goes along with the second part, um, that even when you do manifest it, there's a temporary sense of relief, there's a temporary sense of pleasure, but that there's not a radical internal transformation where now you're able to truly be present for what has what you've manifested, what you've created in your life. So what's happening? Let me share with you what's going on. So first of all, again, put some comments in the comment section if you can relate to this. If you find sometimes that you're right on and you get it, and then there's other times when it feels like that there's just such a disconnect, and then it's not happening consistently, or you get to it and you wonder, wow, is this all there is? Again, I know that that's what it was for me until I learned the subtle application of this, began to apply it, and watch my life just take off. And not just my life take off, but watch me take off. So here's what happens. This is what I've noticed with the years of my study and being able to serve thousands of people, the dreams of thousands of people. Hey, Julie, yes, yes, that's it. It's the mastery of this. What I have watched, the thing that I noticed in myself before I understood this finessing is that I would always come to the thing that I'd want to manifest from a place that there was something missing. I would approach it as if there was something broken, something not right. Now, one of the things that I talk about, and we really go deep into it in my 3-day event, which is coming up in February, and we'll give you more information about that later. But right now, I want you to stay focused on this, is that we dive deep into your discontent. But people often confuse discontent with being broken, discontent with something being wrong, that there's something wrong that I have to go in and fix. The thing that I want you to hear is that your discontent is not a signal that there's something wrong. It's a signal that life force energy, this universal intelligence that breathed you into existence, is saying what you've done up to this point, you've done really well. Now life wants more for you. Life wants more for you, and life wants more through you. So the discontent is not that there's something wrong. The discontent is just simply your system's way of saying that you've outgrown what currently is, and that life is seeking to expand you and expand your life. So it's the way to shift this is, backing up from the get-go of recognizing the discontent as the divine voice for expansion, not to evaluate that there's something wrong. One of the things that I help people understand when we have more time together is that the way you see something, your frame of reference, the way you see something now becomes the container or the pool in which you swim. And that then filters everything that you see. And so if you see your current situation that there's something wrong, then the only thing you can do is come from that state of trying to fix. And when we're trying to fix something, everything gets dialed down. Your creativity gets dialed down, your boldness gets dialed down, your confidence gets dialed down, because people then make the jump between there's something wrong with my life to there's something wrong with me. Let me say that again. If you are looking at your discontent as evidence that there's something wrong, people will often they'll look at their life and they'll evaluate, wow, I'm feeling discontent, so there must be something wrong with my life. It's a short hop. It's a really short hop to, wow, there's something wrong with my life, then there must be something wrong with me. And if you're coming from a place that there's something wrong with you, then the only thing you will do is gather evidence around why it can't happen for you. So now you're literally pushing, your affirmations now become about fixing you rather than about expanding. And that's like pushing a boulder uphill. It's not to say that it can't work, but man, it's arduous. It's tedious. It takes long. And it takes a huge amount of work because literally you're dragging your broken self along with you, or in your mind. That's the perspective in your mind, that you're dragging this broken self of you along with you in this dream, because the discontent is evidence that there's something wrong with your life. And if there's something wrong with your life, there must be something wrong with you. You can see how this doesn't work. You can see how, hopefully you can see it, and you can see it here, right? How it starts eroding at your confidence. It starts eroding away your boldness, and your sense of worthiness. It starts eroding away at your sense of worthiness. And when you are in that state of trying to fix you, and you're in that state of unworthiness, you're in that state of self-doubt, there's no way, absolutely no way you can harness your innate strength, your wisdom, your capability to harness that and unleash it to what is it that you really love. Give me a thumbs up or a heart or something in the comment section if this is resonating at all. Now, let's not hang out here though. Let's now move to what to do different. So obviously the first step is to recognize that you are perfect. In fact, I want somebody to put that in the comment, or all of y'all, put that in the comment section. I am perfect exactly the way I am. I am brilliant exactly the way I am. Now, that's not just a warm and fuzzy feeling. That's not just me trying to make you feel better. But I really want you to own down to the marrow of your bones just how breathtakingly amazing you are. Look at where you've gotten. Look at what you have created. Yes, yes, Julie, you are perfect exactly the way you are. Now, the more you're able to really take that into your being and recognize, and here's the thing I want you to get. Your desire for something more is not evidence that there's something broken. It's evidence that you've grown and life is asking you to embrace more. Let me say that again. Your discontent is not evidence that something's broken. It's evidence that you've grown and life is asking to express more through you, that what you currently have and what you've currently created, it's a perfect fit for who you've been up to that point. Life is now asking you to discover more about yourself. So the first thing when we're coming into working with the vision board, when we're coming in to working with your affirmations, the very fundamental foundational place to start is to check in. Do I want these things? Because somehow, somewhere, I'm telling myself that there's something fundamentally wrong with me and these will make me better. But if there's any hint, and it takes courage to see this. It takes a terrific amount of vulnerability to notice those voices in us that say, I want that in order for me to be better, in order for me to be okay. If you see any of that at all, first thing you want to do is just wrap your arms around that part of you and really breathe in. Wow. I am perfect right where I am. I am beautifully designed by this life force energy. And to really acknowledge how far you've come, acknowledge the growth that you have made, and to recognize that, wow, this content, this is the divine knocking at the door of my heart. This is the divine saying, wow, well done, daughter. Well done, son, with what you've done up to this point. Now there's more. There's more. So it's an invitation it's like graduating into the next level of you. That life is saying, wow, there's more of you. Look at what you've done, and there's more of you. Now, all of this one secret is all related. And so it's that key of recognizing how far you've come, just how amazing you are, and that you're building out. You're not fixing. There's nothing here to fix. It's a build out. You're expanding. So that's the first piece. Then the second piece, after you've gotten clear, and I've done lives in the past on how to get clear. Thank you, Facebook user. And I'd love to see what your name is. um, so it's so you're embracing that part of you, and stick around because I have an invite that we're going to dig deeper into how to listen to the voice of life force energy that's knocking at the door of your heart. And you have a dream, you have a desire, you want to get super clear about that. That's what the vision board's for. You're working with affirmations. It's to, really help you see it. Once you have that, here's the other mistake that people make. So the first one is that people come at it from a place of something needing to be fixed. Nothing needs to be fixed. And then people approach their vision from a place of something's missing, that I don't have that. Oh, show. Oh, okay. Still Facebook user. So anyway, but thank you, Julie. Um, well, I can see. Oh, you're talking to the other person. Okay. Oh, but look what I just figured out. How cool is that? All right. So I'll stop playing here and get serious. We got serious business to take care of. This is your dream we're talking about. So the other piece is that when you look at your desire and you look at where you currently are, the thing that I've noticed, and Julie Krasinski, I love you because you keep leaning into this and you've done so brilliantly with it, is that what all people see is the gap. All people see is what's missing. That all they can see is, I'm here, my dream's here, and here's what's missing. Here's the secret sauce. Here's the game changer piece of information. When you have your current life, you have your dream, and you have the gap in between, the way to navigate that gap is to start noticing elements of your dream already here. Start noticing how the very thing you think is missing is already here, that there are elements that are already present. Now, that doesn't mean that you just resign yourself and say, okay, well, Felicia says I should just be happy with what I have. I'm not saying that at all. It's kind of like follow the yellow brick road, follow the spiritual breadcrumbs. What it does is that it brings your focus to how the elements of your dream are already beginning to manifest. You start feeling that sense of joy, of exhilaration. You get to start experiencing it right away. And it trains your system to start seeing this as normal. You're growing into that person. You're noticing who you need to become in order to allow even more of that. And the more you're able to notice it, the more, and that's a whole nother training that I'll get to, and the more you're able to see who is it that this dream is asking you to become, the more apt you are to take action. And here's the other piece. The more open you become to receiving that greater degree of abundance, the more open you become, the more you're able to open up and make it welcome, the more you're able to expand your heart and allow more in. We have to literally train ourselves to accommodate a greater degree of abundance, a greater degree of freedom. You have a habit for how much good you allow yourself to experience. A key piece of working with affirmations and a vision board is recognizing how it's here now, number one, so you get to experience it. It's not something outside of you, but that you get to experience it. And that's a spiritually mature move, to be able to be fully present for the good that's there now while you're continuing to expand is a spiritually mature move. You start thinking different ideas and seeing different opportunities, and you have the boldness to take those next action steps. And you're in the experience, and this is what you're now drawing to you. We will never cross the gap. Seeing our dream as something being withheld from us, seeing your dream as something that you're somehow it's being deprived. The only way you will cross the gap is by, number one, recognizing it is expanded energy seeking, life force energy seeking a greater degree of expansion through you. And you cross that gap by literally noticing how it's in your life now. Evidence journal. Wow, it's here, it's here, it's here. Evidence journal over and over and over. This is what I'm noticing, how it's in my life now. It's I'm telling you, it's rocket fuel. It is absolute rocket fuel. And I would love for you all to share in the Facebook group, Ultimate Life Now, the evidence that you have of your dream now. Now, I promised I had an invitation and I would share with you before we wrapped up today. I have Thursday, I'm going to be going much deeper into the Ultimate Life Now formula, where with a free webinar, my gift, that we're going to dig deep into helping you get clear about what your discontent is, helping you get clear about your dream, and how to hone that ability to become the woman, to become the man who sees evidence of it now, that it's a master skill. Hearing it is one thing, but learning how to master it, it's a whole nother thing. You can go to, and Patrice, would you put the link in the comment section, FeliciaCersey.com/dream life. It may have December. I know we're in the process of trying to change that page. It's not December. It's Thursday, January 20th, 9:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Pacific Time, 9:30 Mountain Time. My gift, come hang out for an hour. Let's dig into your dream and build your desire and your sense of worthiness to help you cross that gap so you become that person that then allows that dream. All right, so let's wrap it up. I'm going to go live again tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Let me check my calendar, see when I'm going live tomorrow. 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Have a whole nother topic that I'll be bringing to you. And join me Thursday for the webinar, 8:30 Pacific Time, 9:30 Mountain Time. Let's dig into that. There is a system, there is a formula for your ultimate life now. All right, so let's shift how you're using those affirmations and vision boards and make it so much more effective for you. My name is Felicia Cersey, your Dream Life Activator. It is my joy to be your partner in believing. And I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Mwah! God bless.